Located inside the software space, IT to a T. On the mic, he's got the tech insight, talking bytes and bits through the day and night. From the motherboard jumbles to the silicon straight seas, the voice of tech with the coolest search the net with the greatest of ease, tackling firewalls and viruses like a breeze. From hardware to software, he's got the scoop on every gadget, app, and the latest tech loop. IT to a T, with the news that's super neat on his podcast stage. You can't beat, tune in tech heads before the knowledge feast with IT to T, the digital beast. When your screen goes blue and your files are a mess, who you gonna call for that tech stress? IT go a T with the tips so prime, they'll have you back online in no time. So hit subscribe, don't miss the show. With IT go T, let the tech flow in the world of ones and zeros. He's the guy. Join the podcast ride with IT Pride. So hit subscribe, don't miss the show. With IT go T, let the tech flow in the world of ones and zeros. He's the guy. Join the podcast ride with IT Pride.
Hello. That was my bad. Hello, everyone. Good evening. How are you doing? Wow, it's so great to see all of you here. Right now, I'm using Edge to host everything. But wow, hello, everyone. You know, everyone thought that something wasn't gonna happen, and then we had a wonderful stream with Megan and Legal Vices falling asleep on Megan's stream, and Lauren and myself and Dave Neal, and we're like, oh man, it's 11 days, man. There's not much going to be going on, but turns out Megan's stream ends up finding something, and a bunch of folks in the show figure out other stuff was going on too, and backstage we have Lauren. Hi, Lauren.
Oh, hey. Can you hear me?
Yes. Are you?
Okay,
are
cool.
you ready?
Yeah. I'm just. I'm not gonna show my face yet because I'm actually like shoving some beef and broccoli in there. So.
Hey, do it. Do you?
Yeah. Okay.
So, so who would have thought that we would have gotten some extra spicy stuff at 8 o'clock at night?
Yeah, past bedtime, right?
Yeah. Bookshelf Brad, it's like a bookshelf Dave throwback. Well, thankfully, it is a nice, clean-looking bookshelf now.
Was it dirty before? I didn't see it before, did I?
Oh, it was bad.
So my attention to detail is like shockingly bad. So I had no idea.
So the problem is so like I'm in my office, which is like the front foyer of this house, and I've got a bunch of empty space over here, a safe, and then the bookcase, and that's basically it. So I have no actual storage, and because this is also like my workbench for doing IT stuff, it was just all scattered about, and I would just chuck stuff up back there.
Gotcha.
So then I took some time, I gathered a lot of my computer parts and whatnot, put it in a box, to take downstairs and make this look a little bit more presentable.
Am I seeing a trophy?
That is a Little League participation trophy down there.
Nice.
And then that is a Pinewood Derby trophy right there with my high school tassels hanging out from underneath it.
Ah, okay, cool.
There's a fishing trophy right here. I showed that one off before. This one's at least a little bit bigger. So this was for the 23-pound king salmon that I caught, which was second biggest for the junior division.
Damn.
And then some miscellaneous anime figures and This is actually a handprint for a very famous sumo wrestler named Hakuho. He's a Mongolian, known as the King of the Ring. My wife and I, being Japanophiles, ended up discovering sumo, and then he was basically in his prime. He won 23 tournaments, I believe was the final number.
Damn.
And
Sounds like a lot to me, but I've never watched sumo wrestling, actually.
it's super fun to watch once you understand it. And this guy was basically the Tom Brady of sumo wrestling. Like, no joke.
Damn.
He made his debut in 2001. He got to the top division in 2004. There's like 6 or 7 divisions, and he got to the top one in 2004. In 2007, he became the second native of Mongolia and 4th non-Japanese overall to be promoted to the highest rank in sumo of Yokozuna.
Shit.
So he basically got to the top in 3 years. And then from 2007 until he retired in 2021, he won 45 championships.
That's crazy.
Like,
I feel like you have such a like a wealth of knowledge. Like you like.
I've
oh my
got
God, you know a
Wikipedia
lot.
up too, but
Yeah, that too.
but no. So he was so instrumental in bringing this really good style of sumo out, and then it's only been very recently, I would say within the past 8 years or so, that sumo wrestling has been broadcast on what I call Japanese PBS, which is NHK. And so the tournaments are held semi-monthly, starting in January, March, May, July, September, November. And then every other tournament or so, so in January it's in Tokyo, in May it's in Tokyo. Welcome to the stage, Miss Megan Fox.
Hey.
Hey.
What's going on?
Oh, we're just killing time, waiting for you.
Oh, well, you didn't have to wait for me. I was driving back from baseball. Hangry had a baseball game tonight, and he wanted me to take him to Popeyes.
Oh.
So, I have not tried the Popeyes chicken sandwich, so I decided to do that.
That's a good.
It was terrible.
Oh
my
I
God.
thought so too. You know,
Oh
I've
my
only
God.
tried it once.
It was inedible. I could not eat it. I spit it out. It was like rubber, like fake chicken. I don't know. I don't even know, Popeyes, what you're doing, but you are not competing with Chick-fil-A with that crap. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah,
What a waste.
Not a fan of Popeyes for some reason. Everybody raves about it, but I was just like, this is nasty, bro.
We're gonna be
Hated it.
getting a Popeyes here soon, and I kind of wish we were getting a Chick-fil-A instead.
Oh, Chick-fil-A is so much better. Chick-fil-A, I'll tell you what, Popeyes has a very good barbecue sauce. But other than that, ugh, yuck. Yuck. All right, we have so much to get into
It's
tonight.
so crazy. I was saying at the beginning, I was like, we thought it was going to be a nice, easy coast for 11 days. And then your stream earlier shows these text messages, and then it's like, oh, wait a second. And then everyone comes and finds out this super interesting scoop.
Yeah, so did you get to look at the original version so you could check the,
Yes,
I don't know what you were going
I
to
do have
check.
it.
All right, so what should we start with? The epilepsy or the pictures, the picture thing in the TEDx talk? Why don't we
Well-
start with the epilepsy? Hold on. Let me let me give you my, let me share my screen because I found this after reading in today's, remember I was like, when we were reading through the blog that was written by Laura and her attorney, we got to this place where, here, I'm going to share this with you. Where the heck did you go? I lost you, Brad. There you are. Share screen.
I didn't go anywhere.
I know. All right, there we go. Let me move this over here. All right. So, this was on the 28th. This was that new blog. And this caught my attention. I was like, I developed epilepsy from the repeated trauma at the hands of that ex-boyfriend. And she's talking about Mike Maricini. And was one of only 650 people accepted into this Neurological Institute's domestic violence brain injury program, blah, blah, blah. But this is really the important part. I developed epilepsy from the repeated trauma at the hands of that boyfriend. Then I go into the text messages and I search seizure. And I find this on May 1st, 2017, from Laura Owens to Mike Maricini. I had a seizure on Wednesday night, and I've never had one in my life. Didn't want to tell you because I didn't want you to worry, but it was horrendous. I thought I was going to die. I've never had one before. I hit my head so hard that I was knocked out cold for more than a minute. Apparently, that just takes the lawsuit into a new stratosphere. I really don't want to have a seizure again, so I hope they're resolved from that standpoint. But Joe Crotchet said, you don't just randomly start having seizures at 26 if you've never had one before. So it's likely something that happened because of the accident.
Is Uncle Joe a doctor now, too? Just wondering, you know.
Yeah, like
Uncle Jojo Bird. Uncle Jojo Bird is not only a lawyer, but also a seizure doctor on the side. Look, we read through that lawsuit on my channel a while ago. I probably have it somewhere in my files, but that would be the lawsuit against Uber and the Uber driver. Oh my God, my Laura Owens file is insane.
I can imagine.
There's so much. I couldn't possibly go through here and find it all, I don't think, unless it was titled properly, and I don't think it is.
I have a ton of people in here, and thank you all for joining, all 285 of you. If you are not subscribed, please subscribe. And I need to promote some mods, so...
Guys, if you are, like, doing laundry, washing your dishes and shit, listen to Brad's, silky smooth voice on his YouTube channel while you do that. Get him those watch hours.
Yeah, he needs the watch hours so he can get monetized. Did you do what I told you to do and set up a PayPal so you could get some super chats tonight?
I did not do a PayPal
good idea,
because PayPal would be a little bit more harder than I would like. So, but
You got a Venmo?
I did do Venmo. So,
Oh, yay!
you go.
What's your Venmo?
So, itgoatee on Venmo or itgoatee@protonmail.com. I will make a banner for that.
You
Yeah,
put it
make
in
a
your video
banner.
description. Or that works too. Yeah, I forgot you could do that. I'm still learning StreamYard.
So you guys on Venmo, by the way, you can send a chat with a tip. You can actually send a comment, and then he can read them. So it works out just like a super chat.
Yeah, I got a
All
weird
right,
one last night.
Did you?
Yeah, I'm not gonna talk about it.
Okay. So yeah, so this is really interesting, and this is really something that Mike so I did talk to Mike. I showed him this, and he said, yeah, I showed that to my attorney. She never used it. His attorney never used this, which I cannot believe. So anyway, we know that Laura used this. She used this story about Mike Maricini causing her seizures. And then, so she's telling us this, and David Gingras is allowing her to do it on his blog, which is unbelievable. I mean, I can't believe has he pulled it down yet? Is it gone?
I don't think he has yet.
I'm gonna check it right now. No, it looks like it's still there. He allowed her to put this stuff up on his blog with his name on it, on his website. And I mean, within, what day is today? Within 2 days, there's a major flaw, a major inconsistency in the story.
Mm-hmm.
So on one hand, she's saying that Maricini caused the seizures. On the other hand, we've got her telling Mike Maricini that it was caused by the Uber accident. What? Come on!
Yeah. How do you do that. And that's some pretty ridiculous stuff there in terms of... Because we know that her story's changed. That's why we have 6 different timelines on the Padlet. Is just the story keeps changing because it doesn't fit the current thing. And if I had a button, I would go, she lied. You know,
Here, sorry, I've got that. Yeah, there we go.
Lied.
I've got I'll handle the buttons, Brad.
She lied.
Snake chorus.
I got a little Stream Deck. I just got to figure out how to use it.
Oh, that's what Brad's for.
Yeah, you gotta hit me up and I can help you set it up.
And he does it really fast now. He's super fast at it. He knows how to do it. Once he trains you how to do it, it's really easy. It really is. I can put my own buttons on and everything now.
If Megan can do it, anyone can.
It's true.
What is my problem?
I have a lot of problems, and putting buttons together is one of them.
We wouldn't get along if you didn't have problems.
Oh, I was talking to somebody today who's one of my sources in Arizona, and the source was like, "I like that Lauren girl. I feel like I want to have a beer with her." It was great. It was
I think
funny.
he messaged me last night, actually, on Instagram. So, yeah. I will have a beer with you if you're watching somehow. Yeah.
I think
Like,
I'm
liquor, please. I hate beer.
I'm foregoing the beer tonight.
Oh, yeah. No,
I've got a Diet Coke.
That. Yeah.
I have a Diet Coke from Popeyes.
No, not Popeyes.
I think...
Does the Coke taste like the chicken?
Oh, I hope not.
Yeah. You know, Wendy's has the best Diet Coke. Wendy's. Yeah, it's not very carbonated. It's like...
I think it just depends on the
It's not
store.
worth it. I don't like it. I'm probably going to have to go get a can in a minute. But I mean, you guys, this is so crazy. Okay, so that happens.
Mm-hmm.
I find that today. And then another thing, so then I'm getting texts and emails like crazy all of a sudden. All of a sudden I'm at baseball and my phone is blowing up. I didn't even notice this.
Right?
I did not even notice this. But here, let me show you something. Let's go to Laura Owens' TED Talk. I know this is like torture. I'm very, very sorry. Oh, you have it?
Yep.
Okay. You have the minute mark. It's 14 something. Mm-hmm. All right, let's play that. Let's play that part of it.
We'll go back just a tiny bit. Apparently, a lot of people are liking this one.
Writing an Instagram caption of thinking that as long as it looked like I was living the perfect life, I was. For example, I posted this throwback to Iceland shortly after arriving back in the US, which got comments like, so jealous and looks amazing. Now here's where I was when I actually posted it. In the hospital, after my abuser and I had a particularly rough night.
Okay.
Did you catch that?
Wasn't she claiming to be like high at the time too on narcotics? So
I don't know.
I didn't
don't
catch
think
that.
so.
when I read that text, I thought it said she was like on meds or whatever.
Oh,
Well, no, the text is different.
The text
than...
is different. We're let's look
Well, I'm
and
talking
see
about
what
the
her
photo. My bad. My bad.
what her claim
already
is
here.
here. Her claim here is that this was a throwback to, I'm sorry, go back again. Let's hear
Yeah.
it again exactly. I need to hear the exact words she's using.
Life, I was. For example, I posted this throwback to Iceland shortly after arriving back in the US, which got comments
After
like, so
arriving.
jealous and looks amazing. Now here's where I was when I actually posted it.
Okay, pause.
So that would have been...
Shortly after, so she's saying she posted the throwback to Iceland shortly after the trip, but this is where she actually was. Now, the trip to Iceland was when?
That I don't know.
January of hold on.
I gotta pull up the Padlet.
Yeah, pull up the Padlet. We got to have the Iceland date in front of us, okay? We need to know when that was. Oh my Lord. It just gets stranger and stranger, folks. And then we got to go to,
Let's see.
yeah, Iceland. The trip to Iceland, I believe, was in December or January of 2016.
Yeah.
That's my guess. 2016.
Description of what happened. Reached out to my parents for help. Took me to the ER. December 9th, 2016. I felt suicidal and reached out for my help. My parents contacted Mike and pled with him to be supportive and intervene. I didn't want to talk with him and ignored his calls for help. My parents...
I believe they went to Iceland shortly after this, if I recall correctly. So it was in December of 2016, I'm pretty sure, is the Iceland trip.
Napkin Saga Iceland trip.
There it is.
December 30th. We flew to Iceland.
There it is. Okay. In 2016.
2016.
2016. That's important, okay? Very important. And when was this TEDx, what's the date on the TEDx talk?
It says posted 2 years ago.
Okay, so 2 years ago would be 2022?
Yes.
Okay, interesting. So in the text messages that came out of Mike Maricini's laptop, okay, we've got all the text messages from Laura, between Laura and Mike. On August 1st of wait a minute. Actually, what was it?
They just
Hold on.
posted the document dump, so let me pull that up.
Hold on. August 1st of 2016. August 1st of 2016. That would be before December 30th of 2016, correct?
Yep.
Yes, everyone, August comes before December. On August 1st, she is sending him text messages claiming to be in the hospital getting an abortion. She sends him that same photograph
I'm trying to
claiming that she's in the hospital for the abortion. Somebody make it make sense. Somebody help me make this make sense.
Good luck with that.
Well, hold on a second though. I'm trying to find
Oh.
it. Hang on. I'll be right back. You guys keep going.
Yep. So I'm trying.
Where were we?
I'm trying to find the text messages.
Oh, that came with the photo?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I got ahead of myself. Somebody just sent it to me on Discord if you need it.
And I'm just double checking this. I want to make sure I've got the correct date though. Oh yeah, I'm a year ahead in the text messages. My God, these text messages go so... I was in 2017 instead of 2016. I'm like, why can't I find it? There's so many though.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. I'll do a Control F. 2016.
Because
08.
this is August 2nd at Planned Parenthood. Which is also interesting. Now, wait a second. Where's my folder? Because now I'm...
Okay, here are the texts. Here are the texts from August 1st, 2016. She says I'm at the ER. I don't want to share it because it's not redacted, so you're just going to have to let me read it because I don't have time to redact it. I'm at the ER. My doctor wants them to get my fluids up so we can try to do the procedure tomorrow. Can you be back at my place for sure? That she says. And now she sends him a picture of her wrist with a hospital band on it at that day. He is replying, I can't be there tomorrow. I can come after work. Then she says, looking bomb AF on narcotics. So if they pump me up with fluids and get my pain under control with pain meds and give me anti-nausea medicine that they send home, I could probably feel okay waiting till Wednesday. But you will be able to get here tonight and tomorrow night, correct? I want to keep it to Wednesday if I can, since you want to go. And then there's the picture. And that I can screenshot this and redact it real quick so that you guys can see.
I think this is redacted enough.
Oh, wonderful. Do you have the text too?
Yes.
All right, great.
Share screen. Boom. Okay. So there's this, and then here's the plan.
We should have the unredacted photo because it's.
I have the
she
unredacted
put it-
photo.
That's the one that should be on there so you can see that it's the same picture because she used it in her TEDx talk. We don't need to redact it.
Yeah.
Silliness.
So, here, that's what I'm looking for. Stop screen. We're going to add this window over here. Present, share screen, window. All right. So this is the image. And we can look at the EXIF information. And we know at the particular time that this was done, she has an iPhone 6. It was taken with the front camera. And it's got all the information in it, which shows that it was legit. And you can see the little thumbnail posted up there. We can see it says date created, 8/1, 9 in the morning. There's the thumbprint, and then the error level analysis, and all the signatures. So this is, basically it would be as if she texted me, and that's all the metadata that would be shown.
Mm-hmm. So that is the image that she sent on August 1st. 2016, way before the Iceland trip, claiming to Mike Maricini that she was in the hospital for trying to get ready to have a surgical abortion because she was dehydrated or something. It's very hard to keep up with this timeline, you guys. But then she goes and uses it in the TEDx talk to claim that was how she was hospitalized for domestic violence.
That better be enough for them to take it down.
I would hope so.
TEDx doesn't respond to anyone. It is insane. I've sent press inquiries to TED. I've sent press inquiries to TEDx. Nobody responds at their press office. I've tried to call. I've tried to find these people. It's impossible.
They have a phone number? I can be very annoying.
There's some content. I'll send you what I have, but I have tried to even just to bring it to their attention because this is crazy. Mike Maricini, how this poor guy, honestly, here she is sending him texts with pictures of her in the hospital saying, I'm getting through. When are you coming over? And miss you, blah, blah, blah. Are you coming to my house or whatever? What? Then she tells TEDx that she was in the hospital after he basically beat her up, I guess. Yeah. Now, I think you'll notice if you show that unredacted picture again, Brad. In fact, here, let me pull up what I have because let me just redact this real quick. I like this one better because it has the text message on it, and I want you guys to be able to see it together. So let me just I'll scribble on this real quick. Meanwhile, let's see, markup.
Meanwhile.
Let's do this. All right. I'm just redacting the phone number. Not that we need to because hers is already out there, but I'm doing it anyway because, you know how it is. And I'm going to redact Mike's email as well, or at least, yeah. Okay. And this needs to be redacted. All right. Excellent. Oops. Dang it. Stop that. All right. Good. All right, let's go to share screen.
I will have the babies if you don't like or smash the subscribe button.
All right, now let's go to... I have no idea why it's still doing this circle thing. Stop that. I just want like a regular... No, I don't want that. I don't want that either. I'm sorry, Brad. Hold on. All right. Now hold on. Let me stop that screen and get a new one. Present, share screen, window. There it is. All right. Let's bring that over here. All right. Here we go. So here's that picture, and everybody, you can see it is the same picture that we just showed you in the TEDx talk. This is literally a screenshot from the text messages from Michael Mer. You can see his name up here. Sender was Laura Owens. I just redacted her number. Looking bomb AF on narcotics. So if they pump me up with fluids and get my pain under control with pain meds and give me anti-nausea medicine that they send me home, I could probably feel okay waiting till Wednesday for the abortion or whatever. But you will be able to get here. You will be able to get here tonight and tomorrow night, correct? So this is way before Iceland, you guys. And this is the picture that she used on TEDx to say that this was taken right after Iceland. I mean, come on. Oh, they want a side by side. Do we have a side by side? I do actually. It's in my text messages. Hold on. Brad, I'm going to send you...
I think it's the one that I sent you, isn't it? Because...
Here, I'm sending it to...
Oh, no, I don't have this side by side.
I'm sending it to your email.
Yep.
Now, what it appears to be... send message with us. Yeah, send. It appears to me that the picture is either slightly altered or it is... She took two pictures at the exact same time, and one is only slightly off than the other with her expression. And you can tell that it's the exact same chain because the blanket is in exactly the same position, so is her hair.
Right.
She hasn't moved at all. The only thing that's different is that one of them looks like she might... Actually, I can't really tell. It's so similar. It's so... Yeah, the bruises match. You remember that she testified, and so did Mike Maricini, that she had some discoloration around her eyes. And when he asked her about it, she said it was allergy related. And she told people it was from strangulation. Yeah, the gown is in the same position. Everything's in the same position. Her eyes look a little bit different. The left eye, The left eye looks a little bit closed, a little bit more closed than in one picture than in the other.
Boom.
So Brad's gonna pull it up. I mean, yeah, do I think that those marks on her eyes are from allergies? I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I can't tell you. But it also to me looks like she has a little bit of a rash or impetigo or something on her face. So perhaps she has a little rash. I don't know. I don't know. But her...
Share screen.
Again, I feel like I'm back at the Amber Heard trial.
Boom. There we go.
There we go.
So yeah, the
one on the... I still don't remember. I don't remember which one is which, though. Let's see. The one on the... with the bigger eye. So the one on the right is the one on the TEDx talk. The one on the left is the one from the text messages. Mm-hmm. Where her left eye in the one from the text messages looks like it's a little more closed.
Yeah.
And it looks like a slightly different exposure. Yeah, she took more than one shot is my guess.
Yeah.
But look at the blanket positioning.
Yeah, the blanket, all the ruffles are in the exact same spot. The the gown that she's wearing has the thing stitched where it is, and you can see the IV line on her shoulder here in this same. The image is actually rotated a little bit as well, because in the one on the left you can see that the IV line is more diagonal than the one on the right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I am fairly certain that these two pictures were taken in very close succession, right? Like same string of pictures. You take a couple of pictures and then you send a selfie. So I think she used one in the same thread.
She either blurred it or because with how dark her eyes look in one versus the other, it either the blurring is either photoshopping or because Chad is saying if you look at the light coming on her eyes, like we got to go deep. You can see the individual lamps in the room, and then there's three
Brad.
right here.
Look at you. You're right. And you can't see them on the right so well, can you?
No.
No,
And they
they're
don't
blurred.
really wrap as much.
I wonder if it's because she took maybe a screenshot of a screenshot, or like
because the thing is if you look at her eye doesn't dip like this. This is modified. Look at this right here.
It is the same picture. Is it the same picture? And her eye was pulled down a little bit?
Yeah, like your eye doesn't drap, or because you look at her eyelid on the left side, it's very straight. But you look at it over here, like her eyelid is being pulled into her cheek.
Why do this? The one on the right is the one that was used in the TEDx talk. And the one on the left actually makes her look worse. Why change it like that? What's the purpose of changing it like that?
You would think you'd want the left one to make it look like you're even more bruised up, because the spotting on her face is more pronounced on the left one.
I don't know. I can't tell whether this is the same picture that's been modified or a slightly different picture on the same day. But if it was rotated, what if we rotate? Brad, you should try and put these into Photoshop and see if you can lay one over on the other and rotate.
Yeah, that's what somebody in the chat just said. It looks like it's been slightly rotated.
Yeah, I think it's just slightly rotated. But I could be wrong. But for sure, this is definitely, if it's a different picture, if they're two different pictures, they were taken in quick succession of one another. Succession? Succession. Not
Succession.
secession. Secession means leaving. Succession.
Succession. You got it. You got it.
Man, so many arts and crafts. So many arts and crafts.
Yeah, I just saved the photos, and now I don't know where I saved them.
But I will tell you.
Oh God, no! Please, no! Don't put them there.
What did you do?
I have a folder that I store wallpapers in, and I stored
do
her
not want that
photos
for your
in my
wallpaper.
wallpaper
No,
folder.
no. Oh, so funny. This whole thing is so strange. So strange. Hold, please. Brad is getting his shit together.
Ain't that the truth? Oh, you didn't change the.
Yeah, I was gonna mess with people, but I never. Here's one. Here's another one. Lauren.
You go, Lauren.
I was trying to dance like the mouse jiggler.
Do the mouse jiggler.
The mouse jiggler. All right, everybody. Get your cocktails. Sidle up to the bar.
Dave is a much better Photoshoppy guy than me.
All right.
So we want-
Oh, we're still working. Never mind. Chat. Tracy says, IT Goatee, don't turn into Megan. She never knows where she puts stuff. It's true. It's true. I don't. Ooh, here's another. This one's peppy.
Ooh, I like this one.
This one's very peppy.
All right, that's all I got.
Man, I got elevator music for days. All right, I think we're getting down to the nitty gritty here. What are we doing here, Brad? All right.
So I want to try and scale it bigger, embiggen, as someone would say.
That's what she said.
Sorry, I can't help myself.
Canvas layers. There we go.
Jay says, Megan, my sister asked about my ringtone, All the Best. You mean this one?
All the best, all the best, all the best, all the very best, all the best, all the best.
Those ringtones are available up until June 6th, so go to
And they're on my locals
megafox.locals.com if you want to get those. They're available. You don't have to pay for anything. Just got to sign up.
Don't worry, Squid. The original hold music is going to still be there. I will not get rid of it just for Baby Squid. Baby Squid is the channel mascot, and Baby Squid will get what Baby Squid wants.
Yeah, the problem is this one is so big.
Can you make it smaller?
Yeah.
And smallin?
In Smallin?
Somebody says that her hair separates more on the left one, so they don't think it's the same.
Yeah, that's true. There's a little bit of a difference on the left side there. So you got to change the transparency too.
Yeah, that's...
It's very close. If the eye has been messed with. It's very close.
Down to 60.
It's too bad you can't drag it big like normal. Like you can't make it.
Whoa. No.
Whoa.
You don't
Gosh,
want-
we need Dave.
Yeah, Dave is
Just
much
kidding,
better
Brad.
Dave is much better at this. I will gladly say that. I'm an IT guy. I'm not like an artist.
No,
Sorry, I'm looking at these tweets, and like somebody pointed out David's own words to him again, and Gingrich blocked them.
that's what he always does. He asked for people to help him with stuff, and like I gave him an answer, and he blocked me immediately.
Oh,
got
no,
blocked
know
on
he did
day
it to you,
one.
Yeah.
I got blocked the very first day I responded to him. It was insane.
Man, I blocked him. I only talked to him once, and I blocked him. I was like, ah. After he said that stuff about Mike, I was just like, I don't want to see your stuff anymore.
Yeah, he's an interesting kind of guy. I can't figure out his game. I really can't. I cannot figure out what it is that he is trying to do other than stretch this case out so that he gets paid more. Which is really crappy if that's what he's doing. I would think that he would be over the moon tonight with the Trump news. But
Well,
he doesn't.
He was
appear
over
to
the
be.
moon up until the Trump news, because then that ruined his attempted
Megyn Kelly coup.
Megyn Kelly interview.
Yeah, dude, it wasn't even an interview, though. It was a call with a producer. And that's what
Right.
he's upset about. Is like people are pointing that out, so she didn't have an interview. And he's like, what are you talking about?
But I thought he was so media savvy. Doesn't he know how these things work? Maybe not. Yeah, he's going on and on and on.
Scale the layer. That's what I want. Jeez, oh Pete's.
He's blocking people that have 0 followers too. Hilarious. You know what we need to watch? Clayton's interview on Charlie Kirk.
Yeah, some people are going to get a little testy on that.
Why?
Because
It's Charlie Kirk? Well, who cares? And we're not listening to Charlie Kirk. We're listening to Clayton. By the way, I don't like Charlie Kirk that much myself. I think he's kind of a douchebag. I don't like him, and I don't know him. I never met him. And I have no plans to. Hey, look at that. Pretty good, Brad.
Yeah, that's pretty on target because that's getting. Ooh, I feel like Dave Neal.
Oh, look at that. Yeah, it's
Wearing your
slightly
short
different. It's very slightly different. And I do think that the hair is really the main giveaway. The hair is in a slightly different position, but that's basically the only thing. But it is weird, though. How does your eye go from being half shut? I guess, I don't know, maybe she squinted right before she took the picture and then...
But your eyelid doesn't dip like that. That's the problem. Because that's a huge dip right there.
Yeah.
Your eyelid
strange.
is flat along the bottom of your eye. And even if you're squinting, that would only accentuate how much more flat your eye looks.
Yeah. Well, we're getting into the weeds of this, but the truth is that that she used this picture to claim that it was in right after Iceland. So sometime in January of 2017, and this picture was taken and sent to Mike Maricini on August 1st of 2016, claiming to be in the hospital getting fluids to get her pain under control so that she could have a surgical abortion or get rid of the pregnancy that she claims she had.
So that's like a direct on this tag right here.
Yeah.
I put the Charlie Kirk video in the private chat.
Okay.
And one of the things, I was watching some of Charlie Kirk's coverage, and it was like, he's such a moron. He's asking Clayton about what's it like to be on The Bachelor. And then he's like, wait a minute, what is The Bachelor? Oh, you
geez.
liar. You know what The Bachelor is. It's been on the air for like 25 years.
Yeah.
You know what The Bachelor... He made Clayton tell him what The Bachelor is. And he was like, well, I don't get it. Are you like all on an island? Or it's not one of these things where they're all in the same house, is it? Like, oh my God, Charlie. Welcome to the world. Where have you been? Everyone knows what The Bachelor is.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, it's the time 2 hours, 7 minutes.
If you want to wear 3 masks outside, then listen to public radio.
Fresh air.
Breathe free. It's the Charlie Kirk Show.
Okay, everybody, welcome back. Really great guest this hour. A very important story. It is Clayton Echard. You were the Bachelor in 2022?
That's correct.
So try to get as close to the mic as you can. I do not watch The Bachelor.
Yeah.
And
for the best.
So you're telling me that during like football commercials, you'd be like that guy, or they'd be like, he's the Bachelor, one of the promo guys?
Yeah, I mean, again, everywhere I go, I thought there would be some sense of normalcy and privacy, but it's just once you're out there for good. So
how many, there's been like, what, 20 Bachelors, right? Is that correct?
I think 27 at this point.
27.
Yeah.
So you're kind of in a very tight-knit club. Is that right?
Fortunately or unfortunately, yeah.
So tell us your story.
Yeah, so where I'm currently at and why I'm here today is, I guess, fame comes with a side of madness. In this last year, I've been dealing with a false accusation from a woman that claims she was impregnated by me with twins. We are now a year into that, and she never was pregnant. The whole thing was a lie. She has done this previously to 3 other men that we're aware of. She's been doing this for 8 years now, at least. And she claimed that she was impregnated with them by them with twins as well. How do we know that she's made all this up? Well, the doctors that she said that she has seen, all 7 of them came back, said they have no record of her. We did a paternity test at one point. That came back as little to no fetal DNA twice because she was never pregnant. And she also had sent me an ultrasound video at one point that she put online as well and was found 24 hours later by the Reddit audience online to be from a video from YouTube 6 years ago. So everything has went back to she's made this entire thing up. She's claimed that she was pregnant, which is a lie. She claimed she had a miscarriage, which is a lie. She's claimed with one of the previous victims that she had ovarian cancer. She's claimed she's been raped. She said that I did that as well after we have evidence and everything's been documented showing that she said what we did was consensual, but we didn't have sexual intercourse. I want to make that
So it would have been an immaculate conception.
Correct. Yes. And so here we are where
Charlie
has
thinks he's the first one to tell that joke.
We have a June 10th hearing coming up where we hope that justice will be served. We're real hoping that ruling will be found that she lied. She probably won't admit it herself, but the judge hopefully will find that.
So I want to
Pause
go way
for a
back.
second.
This is super important.
Yeah.
And so there's so many elements.
I think it's funny that Charlie is like, oh, he's doing an immaculate conception? Like, catch up, Charlie. I don't know how this guy has millions of viewers, but I'm very glad for Clayton that he's gotten to be in front of these millions of viewers.
Right.
To me, Charlie Kirk is kind of like the right wing's Nick Vile. We don't know how he got to the position where he is. We don't know what talent he supposedly has. We don't know who put him there or for what purpose. But good for him that he got in front of the audience. And for anybody, millions, Amy, millions of followers this guy has. His haircut does look stupid, and I'm talking about Charlie's. His whole head looks stupid. I don't know. I can't get it. There's just too many weird things. Anyway, Clayton's going to face a bunch of criticism, probably coming from Reddit, about, being on this far right-wing program with this far right-wing weirdo. Look, who cares if he's a weirdo? Who cares if he's far right? It doesn't matter. He's got millions of followers. So this is really great for Clayton. So no matter what you hear, don't believe it. Squid Pro Quo, that's a good point, says Charlie Kirk knows a lot about some things, but pop culture and social norms are not on the list. Yeah, no.
If anything, him being on Charlie Kirk's program only furthers the reach of getting people to see what's going on because...
Oh, well, he's now one step away from Tucker.
I mean, basically, and how many people do you think that are in the right of center audience are watching The Bachelor? It's probably fairly minimal at best.
Right. Although I watched it religiously for a long time. And to those of you saying he's a white supremacist or whatever, I don't know if that's true. I don't pay that close of attention to Charlie Kirk to know if that's true or not. But I know he's done some stupid things. He's done some
TPUSA, so that's his big thing.
His thing. Turning Point USA is his big thing. He just got kicked out of something, though. I don't know if it was disinvited from CPAC or something. What was it? What was that about? Let me see. There was a scandal recently about Charlie Kirk, and he was asked to not be associated with something. I'll see if I can find it.
He was at CPAC in 2022. He was conflicted with the RNC in 2022. He wrote books, blah, blah, blah.
He did something recently, and he got disinvited or kicked out of something. I don't know. I don't pay a real close attention to Charlie Kirk. Turning Point USA is like a college organization for college kids who are more conservative, and they help college kids fight for their rights on campus or whatever. It's really not that controversial. It's really not. But anyway, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter what Charlie Kirk thinks about anything. All that matters is that Clayton got to tell his story to a huge, brand new audience. Okay, sorry, Brad. You can keep going.
Elements here. Mm-hmm. So you are The Bachelor,
yes.
so you're a big target.
Correct. Yeah, this is my second false accusation that I've dealt with.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Is that one been completed?
The other one was I solved pretty quickly through location services on my phone. This woman said that I flew out to New York, hooked up with her, and flew back, but my phone showed that I was in Scottsdale.
So just independently curious, does
That's
this happen to a
crazy.
lot of former bachelors?
No, apparently
I
it's
didn't
just
know
me.
about that.
I
Okay,
got some bad juju or something. I don't know what happened.
We'll work on that. So you're a big deal. You're like one of the more desirable men in the country, right? So
yeah.
So this young lady, you whatever, have an experience together, and then she all of a sudden comes to you and says, "I'm pregnant with twins" and all that, and your first reaction is, what?
No way. No way. Not at all. It was 11 days later that she sent me the message from a different phone number. I'd blocked her already. And she said that she was pregnant. At the time, it was one child. It progressed to twins because I found out when we were doing the paternity test, she said, hey, we can't do a paternity test because they don't do it when there's twins involved, because there's a small chance that it could be two different fathers. So they won't do a test on twins. But most won't, but certain facilities will. But originally she came out and said that, yeah, she's pregnant, and she said, okay, so here's how it'll go. Either you date me for a week, and if it doesn't work out after a week, I'll have an abortion. And if you don't date me, then I'm having the child.
Brad,
So
make me a mod.
That's basically what she told me that was needed to happen.
So
Post a message.
first of all, I didn't know that if you have twins, it could be two different fathers. That's interesting.
Some anomaly
Biologically.
online, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's interesting. So I guess they could be two different eggs that are fertilized simultaneously, I suppose. You'd have to be quite an active
There's some
person.
liability apparently involved.
Well,
with-
you'd have to be a very, very active person in a certain window. Let's put it that way.
Correct. Yes.
Okay, so the part of the story that's very important is then she went to the media.
She did,
correct?
yes.
And so you're trying to deal with this privately.
Yeah.
And then she goes to the media, and then do they ask questions? Do they analyze this? Do they see if she's telling the truth?
No, it went straight to I'm guilty until proven innocent. I mean, she came out anonymously online through the Sun. They published an article. It got picked up right away.
All right, what's going on in chat?
What?
Said it's rude and unimportant.
What is? Every time I post a message, two of them pop up. I don't know why.
So when you wrote or you said make me a mod, it popped up on my stream too, since my stream is linked to the stream. And so then I went ahead and made you a mod in my stream because I thought maybe you needed to delete something. So and now so you're seeing your message in both streams basically, but I don't think everyone sees it like that. I think it's just us.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay, you're simul streaming. I love it. Okay, great.
Yeah. She's translating.
Well, hello, Lauren's chat. So anyway, I did just post the Rumble link in the chat. I hope
sorry.
it came up in both chats so that you guys can click on it and save it and go watch it when you can.
There. We'll do it that way.
There you go.
Way by all these different news sources, and they all ran with it. And people online said this is exactly the kind of guy that we knew he was. He's a terrible human being. This tracks. And now, what does he have to say to this? And so I went right out on the defense. I said, I got to go back and combat this. So I went out online and said, none of this is true. And then it became, okay, then prove it. And so that was the reception that I faced when it first went public. As I went straight into defense mode, I was already guilty in the eyes of the majority.
So the media didn't ask, do you think the media slandered you, or do you think that they libeled you?
Yeah, my personal opinion is they did. I spoke with one of the publicists, and they said, listen, this might be one of the best things for you, for this to go out publicly, because all press is good press. I said, I don't want to deal with this. I've already went through enough. I've been struggling as is with my mental health. I was torn to shreds after the show. People didn't really like me. I was a polarizing bachelor. I said, I don't want this.
Oh, is that right? See, I have no idea.
Yeah.
You should just have comfort. Most people have no idea about that stuff.
Yeah, it feels like the entire world watched me, but the reality is it's a microcosm that did, but
No,
they speak so loud.
Like 16-year-old girls watch you. Okay.
There's apparently 6 to 8 million people, but when you take the entire population of the U.S., where it's like 330.
I'm just trying to comfort you.
I know,
like-
I'm with you. No,
I-
I'm past. I appreciate that, but I'm past that point now.
Okay,
like,
good, yeah.
I've come into knowing who I am now, and I have confidence. And at this point,
Okay,
I don't
praise
really.
God. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I don't really care as much anymore. But it does feel like the entire world, when 6 million people are screaming at you, that's what it feels like.
No, for sure, of
Yeah.
course. It's on network TV, right? And they're constantly running promos.
Yeah.
So the media smears and slanders you. You want nothing to do with this. And so now you're kind of in this dogfight-ish legal fight with this individual who does this basically professionally.
Yeah, I pulled the previous court cases because when she went public, I got a message within 12 hours saying, hey, you're not the only guy. Go take a look at this court case. And they gave me a number. And I searched it in the system and I pulled it up and boom, same text messages. I mean, verbatim. This has been practiced over and over again. And so, you know, at that point, though, then it was a matter of she was trying to destroy my reputation. And I couldn't go anywhere with her without her harassing me. She sent letters to my family. She sent letters to my place of employment. She sent emails to nonprofits.
What was she saying? Like that this is a bad guy that is...
So I'm a mental health advocate, and at the time I was speaking around the country. I was talking to middle school, high school, college-age kids about just destigmatizing the conversations around mental health. She started reaching out to these nonprofits, these mental health organizations, saying, "Hey, this guy is not who you think he is. I am pregnant by his twins, and he won't even step up, and he doesn't care about my mental health, and he's letting me just deal with this on my own." So she started reaching out to all of them. I had a few of those opportunities pulled. And then she went after my relationships. I went to Miami to go see a friend and my cousin. And she ended up sending a parenting plan. She was trying to get papers served to me. And she was sending them to women that I had talked to in the past. Well, one of them that I had talked to, the other one I had mentioned on a podcast once. I said, hey, I would have interest
It's
in that.
Jess Gerard,
She
right?
tried to serve papers to both of those individuals that were living in Miami.
Jess Gerard, I think that was the one he talked about on the podcast. That she tried to serve at her house.
I mean, she just, wherever I went, she tried to smother me with, just with information.
You are a perfect example of a trend of guilty until proven innocent. Do you believe that I have a lot to discuss here.
Yeah.
The lessons, takeaways, very similar to the Trevor Bauer situation.
I'm very aware of that. That happened.
That was also Scottsdale, right?
That happened here locally.
Is there something in the water here?
I don't know, man. You got to tell me. It just was kind of shocking to be so close to home, but there's a lot of parallels, different.
Eerily similar.
Eerily
right?
similar, correct.
So what? We have about 20 seconds here, but what are you in court with her about right now?
Really, at this point, she opened a family court hearing against me. I then turned it back and filed on her. I'm looking for justice to get served. I want accountability to be had. I want her to face consequences for her actions.
She still has a family court hearing on you?
Yeah, well, I held it open. She opened against me, and I've held it open.
She seems really sweet. All right, we are here with Clayton Echard.
So I think that's it. Oh, no, there's more.
Yeah, there's like a commercial break, I think, and he goes to the rest of it. I was trying to get some notes from it earlier, but I didn't finish.
Clayton, you have this court date, and you said some of the other men that she has extorted are going to be there.
Yeah, at least two, possibly the third one.
So this is a pattern.
Yeah, it's repetitive.
What have you learned by talking to the other victims?
Well, it made me feel less alone because we went through the same things. I mean, the previous two guys, she claimed she was pregnant with twins with those two as well. So as we started comparing notes, showing previous text messages, and just talking with one another, there was a playbook to this. She's very calculated, and she doesn't work alone. Again, her mom's her accomplice. Her mom's complicit in this behavior.
Oh, is that right?
I've spoken to her mom on the phone, or she's very aware of what she's doing, and she, I think, is a part of this whole operation.
Essentially, her operation is hook up with a man, and then pretend she has children with him and get money.
She's not
I
after
cannot
money.
take
What
him
she's
seriously.
After, my
Hold
opinion,
on.
is she's
Charlie
after,
Kirk
validation
looks like Big
from
Boy.
others, so she hasn't.
Yeah, kind of.
That's what it is. He's got the big boy haircut.
The swirl going on.
Yeah, what is the deal with his hair? Back up so we can see that again. Yeah, that's it. That's what it is. It's Big Boy. Look at this hair. Here, I got a picture here.
Well, it's
right, here.
It's pulled to one side too.
Yeah, look. I'm going to show you. Look. There it is.
Jesus Christ.
Maybe that's what bothers me about Charlie Kirk. I couldn't find anything about a scandal, so maybe it wasn't him. Maybe it was one of those other dorks.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's kind of dorky, though.
Hey, welcome back. We're here with Clayton Echard. So Clayton, looking to the other victim.
Previous text messages and just talking with one another of what she's doing, and she, I think, is a part of this whole operation.
Essentially, her operation is hook up with a man,
Those
and
plugs.
then like pretend she has children
Look at
with him
that
and get money.
hair.
She's not after money. What she's after, in my opinion, is she's after validation from others. So she has a mental health podcast. So she basically takes these stories, spins them, becomes the victim, and then uses that for credibility. So she gets validation online and through her podcast, through saying, "Hey, I'm a victim of prior domestic abuse. And I was formerly pregnant, and these men treated me terribly." She's done TED Talks or one TED Talk on this matter with the previous victim. It's a complete lie, the entire TED Talk. But she uses this to be the victim when the reality is she's the aggressor.
And so at this hearing,
Mm-hmm.
she's going to have to be confronted by all this.
Yeah, I mean, it's all coming to a head. It's going to be me, the other victims there as well. One of them is testifying. I'll obviously be testifying. And again, we want justice.
So
to be
that's
served.
interesting. So we knew that they were going to be there, but we didn't know who was going to be testifying because Woodnick didn't disclose who he's calling. So we know at least one other person is going to be testifying. It could be Mike. It could be Greg. But
It's Mike.
it'd
Yeah,
be
if he
Mike.
were there, he would have to be testifying, right?
Mike
No, he
got
doesn't have to.
subpoenaed. He got
He-
subpoenaed.
Yeah.
Right, but
Mike
he could
was
not be
subpoenaed.
called.
They said they would have
Yeah,
him arrested or something.
but they're not going to subpoena him from, wherever he lives in California and then not call him. That would be
Yeah.
terrible.
Well, maybe he's just coming to see the justice be served.
I'm pretty sure that Mike's going to be on the stand.
I think he should because he's most impugned by the TEDx talk and everything. So, and someone just sent me the Uber accident was in 2017 in April. So that would be.
What?
Yeah, it says April 6th, 2017.
What the hell lawsuit and accident was she talking about in 2016? What? Are you? Are they sure? Are they sure that the lawsuit wasn't in 2017? The accident had to be before that.
The documents, the court
The
documents.
lawsuit was probably in 2017,
Yeah,
but the accident could not have been.
it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't say. Then when was
That doesn't make sense. I know it's very difficult to keep up on.
Yeah, I don't see that there. 2014 victim. Yeah. I don't
All right,
see
guys, I
anything else.
promised some people some games, so I am going to have to go ahead and do that now. I don't want to
Yeah, go ahead.
fail on that, but
You're going to play games?
yeah, because I promised people games.
What-
but then
what are
I
you
didn't
playing?
do it because I
Quiplash.
wanted to.
Are you playing Quiplash?
Yeah.
I want to
yeah.
play.
Yeah, I want you to play too. If you guys are still around, and I'm still doing that after you finish here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come
We'll
hang out.
definitely jump over.
Well, send me a
Alright.
link. Send me a link.
Okay, I will. Let me see if I'm doing
Okay.
this right. 1 second. Okay.
All right. See ya. Go ahead and subscribe to Lauren on YouTube. Mods, if you could post for her again. She's been making wonderful short posts talking about this trial, mental health, how Clayton impacted her life. It's just a fantastic channel and then occasional weekly things going on.
I'm going to look for the stream that I did on reading.
So
The
it looks
Uber
like Uber was
lawsuit.
filed in 2019. Because there's a bunch
Okay.
of 2019s with Cotchett, Peter, and McCarthy, all that other stuff.
When
But-
did the accident allegedly happen?
So it says plaintiff by and through attorneys of record. The following allegations are made upon belief pertaining to Laura. And yeah, so April 2017, that sounds like the accident. And then
I don't know how that could be. Oh, all right, then what other accident could you be referring to that happened before August of 2016? You know what? I got to see if maybe Mike will remember. But that
yeah.
doesn't make sense.
Who knows? All right, let's get back to this.
Okay.
while
because it just hasn't happened yet. Now, granted, we have a really good shot at it. All of the motions that we have filed have been approved. All of her recent motions have been denied. I think we're in a really good position to have this referred, hopefully, to the DA for prosecution.
So, I mean, I guess this is a hard question to answer. What did you learn from this?
Oh, man.
Don't stick your dick in
That's
crazy.
That's a big, a lot, I guess, is the first thought that popped in my head. I think the biggest thing is, for me, is to just trust that everything will work itself out. And I think it's all for a bigger purpose. Did I make mistakes? Absolutely. I'm not trying to dodge any type of responsibility. I could have, not taken the actions that I did. But the reality is I did take actions, and here I am today. I believe that this is bigger than me, and I believe that this could potentially help other individuals. I've had a lot of men come forward, whether in private, and say, hey, this happened to me, or this happened to my friend. I've had women say, this happened to my brother. It's more common than people realize, and I think the frustrating part is there's been pushback online. I think the reason why we haven't seen a lot of coverage is because I've seen people say, hey, listen, we don't want this to become a reverse Me Too movement. We don't want people to stop believing women. This isn't about believing women or not. This is a matter of believing victims. But this story has been suppressed because I've seen this online. People have said, hey, if this gets out and if people are going to stop believing women, we don't want that. And so I've been called a men's rights activist, especially when I posted about, Trevor Bauer. I posted about his story, and I got all these messages in my DMs. You're a men's rights activist. I'm like, I have no interest in trying to discredit women. I'm just trying to, credit victims. That's all it is. Believe the truth, and maybe reserve a little judgment to not make form opinions until all the facts are out, because I got thrown to the wolves right out the gate, and that was tough to have to fight that uphill battle to prove my innocence, when it should be, I think, the opposite scenario. I should be innocent until proven guilty.
Do you think that there's an anti-male sentiment in this country?
I mean, as a blanket statement as a whole, I think there's a population of people that have a really hard time seeing me as a victim. I've read this all online. These are not my opinions. These are just the facts of the matter. I've had people online say, looking at me, he's a good-looking guy, former athlete. I mean, it's hard to feel bad for him. And the reality is, what hurts me is I wasn't, I used to be bullied. I used to be, a third of the size that I am now. I used to be friend zoned by every girl growing up. The way that I appear is not the way that I see myself in the mirror. And so for people to discredit me and say, oh, boo-hoo, be quiet, you've got enough good things going for you, it's really hard for me to feel bad for you. It's like, well, now you're discrediting what I've went through, and I feel silenced, and I feel alone. And that's what I've seen online is I feel hopeless. There's days where I felt hopeless because I'm like, why won't anyone just listen to me, because it's the truth. I just want to feel validated. I don't want.
Why do you think they won't listen to you?
Because I think they don't want to see I was told if the roles were reversed, that I as the man would have been arrested months ago. I was told by someone high up in the judicial system that if this was a female bachelorette and there was a man that was doing something like this, that this wouldn't have gone on for as long.
Yeah. So what
Nope.
does that mean?
I think that there's bias based off of my gender. Yeah. It's out there. Yeah.
And, I mean, and you have two other men that then are also coming to court. The Trevor Bauer thing.
Yeah.
It is it's an unjust system. We're going to continue to the breaks here with Clayton Echard. Email us freedom.
Aha. Brad figured it out. Okay.
Yeah.
I got my messages mixed up because we were looking at the
It was the Ponscombe
abortion
posse,
ones.
so-
It was the abortion ones that were in 2016. So I had that in my head.
Yeah.
So it was in 2017.
Yeah. So
The
first
seizure message was in 2017.
It was May 1st, 2017.
May. Gotcha. Okay,
the-
that makes more sense now. I'm going crazy. Did she sue somebody else?
Yeah. So- all right. So let's see. How much more Clayton do we get? Well, quite a bit, surprisingly.
Genuine people that wanted to be around me or were similar to me. Who I the energy. My advice.
Her life. So, being the Bachelor and being through this, what advice for dating do you have for young people? I mean, because you kind of are like
God.
now one
Don't.
of I mean, you're a dating expert. You've been through hell. What?
I think I'm always learning and progressing.
Well, but then,
what's my advice?
Glean from your experience and offer some wisdom, because pain is a teacher of wisdom.
Absolutely. be authentically you. Just be yourself. You'll attract ultimately the
Don't
energy
invite
that you
clients
are.
over for gummies.
I think, when I went through this experience as The Bachelor, I didn't have full confidence and self-love in who I was. And so I went into that experience basically trying to please everyone, the producers, the audience, the women, myself. And you can't please all those people, but you can be yourself through it all while I wasn't. And so I created somewhat of a facade, this tough guy exterior, and it didn't pan out well for me. So I think, I started attracting a different audience that I didn't want around me because who I was, this creative human being that I've now am expressing outwardly, was suppressed. So the authentic, genuine people that wanted to be around me or were similar to me had no idea who I actually was. So my advice to people is be you. Will you get pushback? Absolutely. Have I gotten pushback for getting earrings? Yeah. Have I gotten pushback for dancing now? Yeah, absolutely. But am I attracting people that like that? Absolutely. And it feels really just awesome to see people that support the things that I genuinely love.
So, for those that don't know, do you, I don't want to say regret, what do you think of your time doing The Bachelor? Would you do it again?
Yeah. Because this has finally caused me to have to come to terms with my reality, which is that I was living a life that was a lie my entire life, trying to impress people by building up an image that I thought people would, see, or I would get validation from. And I did throughout, points in my life. When I became an NFL athlete briefly, I got all the validation in the world. Wow, that's super impressive. But then I stopped being an NFL athlete, and I lost it all, and that void came back. So I tried to fill that validation again that I was seeking, and then I found it in The Bachelor. And then eventually I wasn't the shiny object anymore, and that void was there again. And I said, I'm so tired of having this void. What is it going to take for me to finally feel good enough? And it's when I realized, I was like, you have to choose to feel good enough. It's that simple. There's people that are still in your hometown that love their lives and love who they are. And they didn't have to do all those things you did to seek validation. They have that internal validation. I had to go through this whole experience to realize that no matter how high I climb, I won't feel good enough until I finally choose to feel that way.
Being one of The Bachelor, is it hard to date?
Yeah, it is.
So let's talk about that. You're like professionally good looking. You're 6'5".
Thanks.
How
man.
could it be hard to date?
Because you always are questioning people's intentions. I can pick it up now, but I will have women that'll say they'll act shocked whenever it finally gets uncovered. I don't walk into the situation. Oh, I was the former Bachelor, so I hide it. A lot of times as much as I can. And then it'll come out and they'll say, oh, I had no idea. Well, I don't watch that show. But then I can start to realize, no, they're just saying that. They actually do know who I am. And this is, all a lie on their part. So it's hard because you start to go, okay, do people like me for who I am authentically, or do they like me for what I've done? So every time I meet somebody, I'm always going straight into detective mode, trying to figure out.
That must be exhausting.
It is. Yeah, it is. But again, that's just my reality. There's no other way around it. I just have to accept the facts for what they are. So I've gotten really good at reading people. I have to. Otherwise, they'll take advantage of me like they have in the past.
I'm sure there's no shortage of women
Sad.
that you can want to find. Or are you in a serious relationship now, or kind of not so much?
Well, the funny thing is, Laura complains that she can't get a date because of the things that are being said about her online. But Clayton had a lot more to lose, and from what he's saying in this video, has already lost a bunch. But thankfully, he was able to learn and discern about what some of these grubby women are trying to pull on him.
He's probably just really worried about it too. Like, how can he look at the look on his face and the tightness in his mouth, and how's he ever going to believe that somebody's sincere again? This is just sad. This is the second or third false accusation he's had. I think there's actually been 3. One was garbage and got thrown out immediately. The second one, I think, was the first one was he was able to prove he wasn't where she said he was. He was in a totally different state. The second one was nobody believed it, thank God. And then there's this one. But that's 3 false accusations. Like, dude. Yeah, there was another one. He talked about it on a different podcast, but it was like, it wasn't a big deal. It was just somebody who said that she slept with him. B-Bean, he can do fine with women. He can get any woman he wants. The question is he going to want that?
Yeah.
Does he even want to dip his toes into the dating pool anymore? He's been through so much. Well, let's hear what he has to say about Are You Dating?
Well, and that's the thing. He says, he wants someone who wants him for him, not for the things that he's done in the past, because he's not a trophy to put up on the thing. And men get told all the time that you don't want a trophy wife because that's belittling to the women, and they offer more than just looks and things like that. But he, as a man, offers more to a relationship than just his being on The Bachelor and whatnot. So trying to wade his way through that is challenging, and he's going to tell you that right now.
Yeah. So you are a bachelor.
There actually is a shortage of women, but that's because I have begun to be authentically who I am, and it's pushed away a large majority of people that see what I do as cringy. I mean, listen, I'm not a good dancer, and I know that, but I love to dance, and I've gotten better than when I started a year ago. But a lot of people see that and they're like, "Oh, that's cringy." So I've actually reduced my dating pool by pushing away the people that don't like that. But
down to a manageable size.
Yeah. But like what I've done though is now it's like I don't have to weed through all those individuals. They weren't going to be right for me anyways. At some point, if I would have not danced, they might have realized who I really was.
I don't think
and
his
not liked who I
dancing is
am.
cringy.
So,
I think it's
I've
cute.
actually limited the dating pool.
It's
so
not for
options are
me,
limited,
but
I don't have to weed through.
Well, I
as
don't
many,
think it's
people that
cringy.
don't like who I am. No, it's just like people that come around me do. Like,
all right, and I got to say this.
there-
What's up,
no-
Flux? How you doing?
Hey, Flux. Nobody who's, I don't think anybody's a cringy dancer. I mean, even if you're as bad of a dancer as Elaine, if you're dancing, it's fun. It's fun.
This guy don't dance.
I don't find that cringe. Most guys don't dance. So I actually really like it to find a guy who likes to dance. I think it's sweet and I think it's good, and you should be yourself. You should be who you are. Even if it is a little cringe, who cares? Oh, you haven't seen his dancing? Oh, we'll have to bring up his...
Oh, no.
What is it, his TikTok or Instagram?
Yeah.
Let's see, Instagram. Let's see if we can find Clayton dancing. I've seen it before. It's not that big a deal. Ah, crap. I have to log in? What is this hell? Let me go to Edge.
Here, share.
Oh, did you find it already?
Yup.
No Instagram. I do not want notifications. Yeah, don't play the music.
Yeah, I'm not. Well, I'm not monetized. So
Actually, it doesn't matter. You probably could. Yeah, I mean, I don't think he's that bad. I mean, he's pretty good at it. Maybe he wants to get on Dancing with the Stars. He should. He should go on Dancing with the Stars. Oh my gosh, that would be so good for him.
That would be a good one.
That's why I want him to get on some major news programs so that he can actually spin this into some really positive things for him. He's had enough negativity, man.
Because what was the one where he announces the test results? I think that one was the worst one, and he even said he regrets that because of how he...
But you know what? I don't think he has anything to be embarrassed of. I think that I would have been just as happy, just as... Oh, this is so cute. Play this one.
Which one?
He's going to show his dancing, learning how to dance progression. This is fantastic.
Where?
Hold on. I'm getting it. Wait, what is the problem here? No, that's the wrong one. Hold on. Stop. Present. Share screen. Window.
Did my share disappear?
What the hell happened? Where did it go? This is so weird. Ah, there it is. Okay. Wait, there it is. All right, so he's showing... How do I back up? He's showing...
You should you should talk to him in Arizona and mention Dancing with the Stars to him.
All right, here, share it on your screen.
Oh, yep. Boom.
So this is him showing him learning this particular step he's trying to learn. like not so good. But look. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
No, that's good.
He's not cringe, but I love that he's showing people that, like, hey, I wasn't very good at this. I was working on it, and look, I got better. The shirtless thing doesn't hurt either.
Maybe for you.
I don't think this is cringe. I think this is fun. And it shows that if you practice, you get better. Nothing wrong with that.
But I mean, if he showed up in a club dancing like that, he would probably attract, most women being a
Everyone.
6 foot tall, plus guy going and dancing like that. Yeah, he'd probably attract a large number of women. But, because I don't jive with that scene, that's not really,
Jive.
Yes,
You don't jive? There's
I
no
don't
jiving?
jive.
No jiving.
I don't speak jive. I don't.
I don't do jive.
I don't do jive.
There's just no jiving. Just
Nope.
None at all.
Airplane was such a great movie.
You're very
God.
anti-jive. Is that it?
No, not anti-jive. See, because if I was anti-jive, that means, Clayton, you can't do that because I don't resonate with it. But it's just that, Clayton, you go do you. You go jive all you want, and I'll just be over here, playing with my computers.
Well, look, I think that Clayton is fun, and I think that he's really good at his interviews. I think he's really good on camera. I think he comes across as really sincere. I wish he would get rid of the mullet. I'm not a big mullet fan.
The perm mullet.
The permed mullet I could do without, but other than that, I think he's doing all right. And I just want to see good things happen for him, and I hope that's going to happen.
Loud little ducky, I will fight you. Don't you do that.
Motion for a jive, Brad. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. All right, was that the end of the interview? Is he done?
No, he goes on for another 20 minutes.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. So maybe we'll pick this up elsewhere, because we're an hour and a half already, and we've got some Quiplash to do.
Yeah, I want to go play Quiplash. Let's go do that.
Yeah, so now I got to figure out, can I throw everyone over to Lauren? And how do I do
so if
that?
you're in your studio, you go to, what is it? Edit? Oh, no, I have the hiccups. Are you in the studio?
I'm in the studio.
There's an edit button. Click on it.
I may have to go into the stream itself, or
The stream studio. You should be in the stream studio.
I don't have this. I don't have that stream studio open.
You got to open that, and then there's a little button on the top right that says edit. You go there to customization. And then under customization, you should be able to redirect.
Redirect.
Yep. And then you click in the other streams or others, and then you get it, and then you save it. Yep. And then you're good to go.
Woo. All right, everyone. So once again, thank you for showing up. I very much appreciate it, and I'm sure my numbers are now significantly higher. Sort of.
Make sure you subscribe.
Yes, make sure you're subscribed. We're at 1332, which is fantastic, by the way.
Wow, that's awesome.
Considering that when you had made the initial post yesterday, or call to action, I was at sub 500. Then afterwards, I was at 500. I woke up this morning, I was at over 1,000. So that's pretty amazing. And going through comments on videos and whatnot, reading them, especially on the Memorial Day video, was really special, guys. I do appreciate that.
All right. I'm headed over to Lauren's.
Yep.
We're going to go play Quiplash. I've never done this before. Should be fun.
Oh, yeah. It'll be great.
Okay,
right.
see ya.
Bye, everyone.
Just overlaying with the data flows. If a man with a goatee who surely knows how to debug, to code, and to innovate. With the keystroke, he decides the software's fate. IT to a T, on the mic he's got the tech insight. Talking bytes and bits through the day and night. From the motherboard jumbles to the silicon straight speeds. The voice of tech with the coolest search the net with the greatest of ease. Tackling firewalls and viruses like a breeze. From hardware to software, he's got the scoop on every gadget, app, and the latest tech loop. IT go T with the news that super needs on his podcast stage. You can't beat him in tech heads before the knowledge feast. With IT go T, the digital beast. your files are a mess, who you gonna call for that tech stress? IT go with T, with the tips so prime, now they'll have you back online in no time. So hit subscribe, don't miss the show. With IT Go team, let the tech flow. In the world of ones and zeros, he's the guy. Join the podcast ride with IT Prime. So hit subscribe, don't miss the show. With IT Go team, let the tech flow. In the world of loved ones and zeros, he's the guy. Join the podcast ride with IT Prime.